Hey, hey, hey. Back with another loaf. Got another one from Musonius Rufus. As I said, one of my new favorites. Here goes. If pleasure is how we should measure how attractive things are, then nothing should attract us more than self-control. And if pain is how we should measure what we should avoid, then nothing should be more painful than a lack of self-control. So here Musonius Rufus, in my opinion, is trying to tell us that even if this were the sole criteria for decision making and value assignment, if that was our entire code right there in a nutshell, what brings pleasure is good, what brings pain is bad. Even if they were that simple, self-mastery and self-control would still be the most obvious choice. What could possibly be more pleasurable than being the master of yourself? The king of your soul. I have experienced short bursts of this, and I can attest there's a great deal of satisfaction in mastering yourself and controlling yourself and seeing this in action. For instance, when I'm about to get angry at my kid and I can feel the anger rise up because they've done something to piss me off, which happens at least once a day, minimum. I feel the anger mounting and suddenly something strange happens. I become aware that I'm getting angry. And in that moment, the anger dies down. And it doesn't go extinct immediately, but it loses its oomph very quickly. And that's followed by a huge surge of pleasure for me every time it happens, which is most of the time. See, sometimes kids will do things that are going to blow your mind. They'll do things that aren't even on your radar, and they'll catch you so off guard that it's very, very hard to be present in the first instant of that reaction. So it doesn't always work for me, but most of the time, I become aware of my emotional reaction very quickly, and in doing so, I diffuse it. And every time I do that, I get a great sense of satisfaction. And I use my kids because I don't really notice myself getting angry or frustrated with anything else in life, so take that as you will. But kids are the best example because they just do a lot of stupid things, and they're kids. They're humans in training, so they are fantastic teachers, and they give you many opportunities to practice the art of living. You know, how to take things calmly, how to look at the humorous side of things. So I go to this example often because it's the most common one that I can think of in my life. So when I lack self-control, when I do get angry and I yell and I threaten and maybe I come down on them too hard, then I do feel pain. I feel guilty. I feel like I failed. I don't feel like the kind of father that I want to be and that I usually am. And so lack of self-control brings pain in this case. Musonius is spot on. If you measure the worth of a thing by the pleasure it brings you, self-control is number one. And if you measure what you should avoid by how painful it is, then lack of self-control is once again number one. That's my experience, and just here to share it with you. Have yourself a great day and live well, my friends.